Hello everyone, this is Stan and welcome back to Boston Treasure Hunters. What we have in front of us, 3 rolls of nickels. Not just any rolls of nickels, 3 rolls of silver nickels. Story behind these is I was on eBay last week and there was a seller out there that had a whole bunch of rolls of silver nickels that he was selling for right around a little bit over spot, and he also had our best offer, so I put in a lower offer below spot even back then, and he accepted it, and including shipping and handling, it came up to just a little bit over spot, so not bad. Couple things about the rolls. As you can tell, they only have the enders on them, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen that before, but they are, I don't know if you can hear that, but they're kind of loose. So these are obviously not original bank wrap rolls, I'm going to assume. Supposedly all 1942 to 1945 silver nickels in here. What I'm planning on doing this is opening up each one, and we're going to go through and take a look and see what we have. So with that, I'm going to open up roll number 1, and I'll be right back. Okay, so roll 1 is opened. Yeah, they're so loosely packed I can just easily pull this apart with my fingers without even having to rip the wrapper open. I'm going to set up the scope, all that, and we're going to take a look at each coin. I'm hoping that they're all silver. I'd be mighty disappointed if they weren't, but we're about to find out. Okay, real quick update. I've just sorted the first roll, and as you can see, we have a ton of 43Ps, which is great because there is an error on those to look for, which is the doubled I as well as the 2/3 error. And we have a couple of the 45Ps, which is, there is a DDR on the back that we'll be looking for as well. Wanted to show you what we have, and what I'm probably going to do is, you know what, I'm just going to open up all 3 rolls, stack them up, show you what we got, and we'll go through each ones. I'll show you which ones are the best dates as far as the best looking coins. Match those up to my collection, as well as we'll go through all the 43Ps and the 45Ps, see if we find any of those errors. The 45P is not as valuable as the 43 Philly, just so you know. And I don't know if a lot of people know about the 45 Philadelphia DDR. So with that, I'll be right back once I open up those last 2 rolls right there. So this is what the pile is looking like after 2 rolls. It's pretty much almost, if not over, a full roll of 43 Philadelphias already. So let's go ahead and open up the 3rd roll and show you what we got. Okay, so I've gone ahead and sorted all 3 rolls. You can see they're all empty, they're all stacked. What we ended up with, we're going to go from date and mint mark. These ones here are 42 Phillies, then San Francisco's, and Philly, Denver, San Francisco, so on and so forth. We had 11 42 Phillies and 4 42 San Francisco's. For the 43s, we had 44 1943 Philadelphia's, 1 43 Denver, and 14 43 San Francisco's. There was 14 1944 Philadelphia's. There was 3 44 Denver's, no 44 San Francisco's. Then on the 45 Phillies, we had 1 1945 Denver and 8 1945 San Francisco's, total of 120 coins, so that is good. And I didn't notice any non-silver war nickels in there at all. So far, so great. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at I'm going to take a look at the best of the best, sort them out, see if I can get the best ones, match them up against my collection, and see if I have any upgrades. So with that, I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Couple things here. These are the best of each one that they have. And as you can see, there's nothing really super alarming. I mean, the 42P that is right there is, well, you can tell it's circulated, but it's not in great condition. Then we have down here the 43S. You have a little bit of hair detail, but not really much. 43S's right there. The Denver. And then the Philly, that is the best one there out of all of those. Each stack of those has 20, just so you know. Then we have the 44 Phillies right there. Again, more hair detail. The 44 Denver. No 44 San Francisco's. Going over the 45 San Francisco. The 145 Denver. And the 45 Philadelphia. And that is actually a stack of 20 as well. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and look through the 43Ps and 45Ps, see if we can find any errors. I'm not going to go through each and every single coin because that would make this video ridiculously long and probably really boring. We're going to see if we have any errors on here. From what I've seen so far, I'm not expecting to find any, but you never know. So let's take a quick look. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my scope set up right here, and as I have it, so you can see the full coin, so I don't have to move a coin around, anything like that. This is the best of the best in the 43 Phillies. I didn't scope any of these prior, so I actually didn't notice up in here, there's a little bit of, I would call that a ring of death for sure. Maybe, maybe not, hard to say. But it is a little bit down in over right in here as well, I believe. But anyways, they're heavily worn. There's none in immaculate condition, obviously. I'm going to go through these here, let you know if I find any. And with that, I'll be right back. Okay, we're halfway through the 1943s. Haven't found any with the doubled I or the 3/2. Previously, I said 2/3. That was incorrect. It's the 3/2 error. But this one here, as you can see, does have a couple of... we had a lamination error right here. I would definitely call that. This just might be a scratch. Same thing with what's over here, but this definitely, I would say, is lamination over there, so kind of a cool find. Okay, I've gone through all the 43 Phillies. That was the only one we found right there, the lamination error, which is pretty cool. What I'm going to do now is go through all the 45 Phillies, see if we have any DDRs or anything else, and I'll let you know. Looking at the 45 Phillies, no DDRs yet, but we do have another lamination error right there. You can see that going from the cheek all the way over to the edge. Pretty cool to find. Okay, so the 45s are done. We do have that one lamination error right there. I'm going to go through the rest of these real quickly under the scope, see if we find anything else, you know, any CUDs, any DDRs, DDOs that I'm unaware of, and of course, see if we find any more lamination errors. Okay, so I have a 44 Philly underneath the scope here, and if you'll take a look at this here, there's the big P, but look where it's right next to it to the right. We have a third lamination error. Pretty cool to find 3 of them. Let's keep going. Okay, so the search for these war nickels is over. Overall, I'm actually quite happy. We got 3, minor lamination errors, which are pretty cool. Those are a lot of fun. Was a little shocked there was no 45 Denvers in here. I would have thought out of 3 rolls I would have gotten 2, if not 3 complete sets, but that obviously did not happen. I have other ones that I can definitely add to it and make more sets out of them if I choose to. The condition of the coins, some were definitely better than others, which is nice to see. Sometimes you just get a whole bunch of junk. And that's it. So what I'm going to do now is show you the eBayer I bought these from. So hold on for just a second. So here is where I bought them from right here. He was asking for $75 a roll. I put a much lower bid than that, and he accepted it at 3 rolls. And this was a lot of fun. I will be leaving him positive feedback and letting him know that I'm making this video. And just in case anybody's wondering, when I do things like this here, I don't let the buyer know that I'm a YouTuber and I'm going to be making videos of them first. I want you guys to see exactly what I get without there being any, sugar coating added to it or, any sweet rolls packed. Others have, said you should do that because you'll get really nice finds, da-da-da-da. No, I want to give honest reviews on these eBayers. And as you can see, he has 100% positive feedback. And I can tell you, from my opinion, so far, he's definitely deserved it from me. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up. And until next time, happy hunting.